And as Chris said in the introduction, mindfulness is a very hot topic these days. We see more and more and more on that. If you had Googled mindfulness 10 years ago on Google Scholar, you might have come back with a few hundred studies, academic studies on mindfulness and how it applies in real life. If you Googled it today, you would come back with tens of thousands of academic studies on mindfulness. It is ramping up like crazy. So I think we need to talk about, for all of us who have very busy lives, I do as you do, very busy lives, and our lives really don't look like this, right? This is not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about mindfulness for people that are in jobs like yours, or doing the kind of work that I do even. I'm not talking about this. I think it's wonderful that we have people in the world who spend their lives like this and have made that kind of commitment to community and peace in the world. But most of us don't have time to meditate or chant for hours a day or to tend our gardens for hours a day. So what does it mean for the rest of us? Well, that's really what I'm trying to get into in my newest book, Overworked and Overwhelmed, The Mindfulness Alternative. When I was writing this book, and people would say, Scott, what are you doing these days? What are you working on? And I'd say, well, I'm working on a new book. What's it called? I'd say, well, it's Overworked and Overwhelmed. And I couldn't even get the subtitle out before they'd stop me and say, oh my gosh, are you writing that for me? That is my life, right? That is my life. And it is the life for so many people. And so what I'm trying to do in my work, whether it's about the next level of leadership or really just having a different alternative approach to how you're leading and living your life, is to make things simple. Simple, practical, easy to do, easy to act on, likely to make a difference. So the definition of mindfulness that I'm using is a two-part definition. Two simple words, really. The first is that mindfulness equals awareness. And when I talk about awareness, what I mean is awareness out there, extrinsically or externally in the world around us, each of us, and awareness in here, internally, intrinsically. What's going on inside of me that's triggered by what's going on out there, mentally, emotionally, even physically? What is my reaction, or better yet, what's my response to what's going on around me? Because a lot of that stuff that's around me, I have no influence over. I can't control most of that. What I can control is my internal response. So if I'm aware of that, then that leads to the second part of my two-part definition. I can then be intentional. So mindfulness to me means awareness plus intention. If I'm aware, I can be intentional about what I'm going to do, or maybe more importantly, not going to do next.